The greater good! Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. We're here with Power Book 2, Season 2, Episode 3. Thankfully, we've lost one of the twos because last time it was Episode 2, Power Book 2, Season 2, 2, 2. But we begin this episode with Tariq pays a visit to his uncle, Rashad Tate. That's who he tries to label the guy as, and everyone's kind of wondering why this gangster kid, But then it's kind of like, right, would people not recognise Tariq at this stage of the game? I mean, surely they would. He just wants Rashad's help with getting his sister back. Can Rashad come through? We'll have to wait and see. But in return, he wants dirt on the Westons and that Stick Sweeney motherfucker, that guy. We know who he's talking about. We then have a meet between Monet, Tariq, and Kane. Obviously, she's not really aware of the whole prior engagement that these two met with each other, and obviously they killed Richard Reynolds, buddy. But she thinks these two are going to work together now, and Tariq doesn't get left too much. I thought it was funny. Kane then heads over to Dante's place. Dante's throwing a party for this guy. The guy then kind of badmouths Dante, and then Dante chokes him out, and then Kane continues to get a lap dance. Meanwhile, we've got Zeke. He's down at the police station. He's getting interrogated by Big Kevin. He doesn't give anything up, and essentially this shafts Kerry because he's not admitting that he was with Kerry. He's not admitting to the relationship. He's trying to do it as a favour, like he obviously not admit anything, but also not admitting anything doesn't give her an alibi. So I'm interested to see how that's going to shaft her in the slightest. You've still got Tate and Carrie doing the interviews in school. I mean, these aren't really doing anything for me, but essentially Zeke's allowed to go, but Kevin lets Carrie know that things aren't looking good for you, hen, because guess what? If he doesn't give you an alibi, looks like you are going down for first-degree murder, brother, of your ex-lover, Jakari Reynolds. We had, Tariq helping out, Lauren in the class. Did this do anything for me? Not exactly, big man. Not exactly. Then we have Diana. She pays her dad a visit. They hug. This scene didn't do much for me because they were speaking in Spanish and there was no subtitles. And I am an uneducated motherfucker, so I don't understand any. Well, I understand a few words of Spanish, but two people speaking in sentences, that words I've never heard before. I'm not supposed to understand that, man. Of course, I'm not supposed to understand that. Didn't understand it. Absolute catastrophe. Absolute joke. I didn't understand it anymore. They don't ride like that anymore. Down, 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 down. They don't ride like that anymore. Anyway, I think the gist of this scene is she's not really agreeing with Monet's handling. Monet then goes out with Dante. We find out a bit more about these two, that they used to be lovers and they left 24 years ago, which to me, I think that means he could be Kane's son. Because I'm not... Like, when she said, 1988, that made me think, well, there's no way Kane's, 30-odds. He is, mid-20s to me, and I think that makes a bit more sense these days. They go on a helicopter ride, and they're all wondering, where the hell's Monet? She's out getting some of that Dante dick. We have Lauren talking with our mates, they want to get high. Lauren's like, no, if they smell it off me, I can't get a job. And then one of our mates is like, yeah, I was banging Zeke Cross and his big dick. And she's the one, of course, that filmed it. So obviously that's not good news. But Tariq, he's still getting a wee bit hated for Lauren here. And he's like, you know what, come with me, Lauren, we're going to do something good. And what's he doing? He's paying a visit to his sister, Yasmin. So, I think Tariq's a massively overrated character, right? I say massively overrated. I don't think a lot of people actually rate him, per se. I know this show's kind of his show. Well, I mean, it is his show, but it's not exactly... it's a tough one. He can't carry a show, in my opinion, the same way Tommy can carry a show. But Lauren essentially lets Tariq in, and it's her first time. So yeah, giggity, 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 goo. So there you go. But at this point, Zeke, he's not being let out of the police station. Monet goes down. They're kind of having back and forth D2, but Tariq managed to kind of sort this. So he got Davis on it. So yeah, it's not good, this crazy shit. But obviously Kane finds out, kind of thinks that Tariq's going back on his deal, and he's the one that jobbed out Zeke, and at this point Zeke's world is kind of coming crashing down. if we're being honest. Then we like end the episode and like we get Braden and Kane, he gives them the money, the drugs, yada yada yada, and then he's like, you know what though? We can't do this right now. Then overnight passes, Kane gives him like the drop off, so to speak, and batters him to a pulp. No, he doesn't batter him. He whips out like 2 strippers from him, and like Braden gives the stripper money, which I thought was kind of funny because Tariq needs his help. Tariq needs his help in order to do this. He needs to provide like an income to prove that he can take care of Yasmin at this stage of the game. Diana's kind of onto the fact that maybe Kane's the one that fucked up their pipeline previously. But at the end of the day, this has ended up in a better deal for them. So you can't really say this is a absolute disaster here. Sax, meanwhile, he's still banging that woman. So yeah, crazy talk. But obviously, like Power Book 4 ended like season 1. Like Rodriguez and Medina. It looks like they're going to go to Chicago potentially. But I thought there might have been. But then I believe Power Book. Let me see here. Yeah, so Power Book 2, season 2 actually came out before season 1 of Power Book 4. So yeah, I don't really. It's a bit confusing, but anyway, this is the order I was told to watch it, young ats. You got it right, buddy. Anyway, I mean, that's pretty much where our episode ends. They get the new income set up, so yeah, how's that going to go down? Not really too sure. Tariq, is he going to get his own house? I mean, I'll prefer him in his own house rather than, the sorry excuse of a fucking dorm with Zeke Cross. Anyway, guys, I'm going to give this episode a 6 out of 10. I just feel it needs to do a wee bit better. It needs to do a wee bit better then.